It's all about flow and pace today, qualifying in Qatar, a high-speed test that will set the grid for tomorrow's race. So welcome along.
All right, give me a quick radio check, please. Radio check.
And that's it for sprint qualifying. Plenty more coming up over the rest of the weekend. So we'll see you all tomorrow. And that's it for sprint qualifying. Plenty more coming up over the rest of the weekend. So we'll see you all tomorrow. Forget pit stops, forget fuel management. It's pedal to the metal all the way here as we get ready for today's sprint. We're back here in Losail for a track that's 3.34 miles long. There are 16 turns around its unique three-prong shape and just a single DRS zone out of turn 16. It's fast and it's flowing, and there's a good overtaking opportunity with DRS down the long straight and into turn 1. Off the back of a fantastic qualifying session, it's time to see how our starting grid looks for today's sprint. Max Verstappen put in a fantastic lap yesterday, and he'll start from pole position, just ahead of George Russell, who starts this event from P2. Moving on to the rest of the grid, we have Leclerc, Piastri, Lando Norris, and Antonelli, Tsunoda, Sainz, Ocon, and Alex Albon, Fernando Alonso, Hamilton, Joshua Pearce, and Stroll, Lawson, Gasly, Ollie Behrman, and Jack Doohan, Hadjar, Hulkenberg, Hayes, and Gabriel Bortoleto rounds off the grid. Which of these drivers will get pole position today? We'll soon find out. And alongside me today, former Formula One driver and former world champion too. See, told you I'll give you a big intro. Anthony Davidson, hello. Well, they say that a change is as good as a rest, and whilst there's not much rest on show in the sprint format today, there's definitely a change to what we're usually seeing on the track. So we come to Qatar this weekend, and what's the word I'm looking for when I think about the middle part of this track? Relentless.
The whole track's relentless. It's predominantly built to be a motorbike circuit. For an F1 car, that means a lot of G-force. It's hot here, it's humid this time of the year that we come to in Formula One, and this puts pressure on the drivers. It also puts pressure on the car and the demands of the tyres. So it's a brutal circuit.
Okay, let's have a comms check, please. Radio check. This is a good opportunity for us to improve on our results from last race. Let's go and make it happen. OK, DRS is now available. OK, stand by. We see a problem our end and we're looking into it. OK, Mark here. Car update for you. DRS is offline. We're looking into the problem. Stand by. OK, looks like a mechanical failure. We're going to have to ask you to find a safe spot to retire. Sorry about that, mate. OK, this is serious. We need you to retire as soon as possible.
So that wraps up the sprint race, but there's still more action yet to come this weekend. We've got qualifying and, of course, the Grand Prix. It's all about flow and pace today, qualifying in Qatar, a high-speed test that will set the grid for tomorrow's race. So welcome along.
Okay, radio check, radio check.
Welcome back to Qatar and the Lusail International Circuit, a track that has a long history for two-wheeled motorsport action. But tonight, it's the four wheels of F1 that are back, and Lewis Hamilton going for another win here. So we're back here in Lusail, and this is the track map. 3.34 miles, 16 turns, and just one DRS zone out of turn 16. It's already a fast and flowing track after all. There's a good overtaking opportunity with DRS, though, through the long straight and into turn 1. It's time to take a look at our starting grid for today's race. World champion Max Verstappen starts from pole position. And starting next to them is George Russell. Looking at the rest of today's grid, we have Leclerc, Piastri, Fernando Alonso, and Tsunoda, Ocon, Albon, Stroll, and Sonny Hayes, Hadjar, Hülkenberg, Pierre Gasly, and Antonelli, Lawson, Bortoletto, Carlos Sainz, and Jack Doohan, Behrman, Norris, Hamilton, and Joshua Pearce rounds off the grid. It's almost time for the lights to go out, so let's head down to the track where preparations are underway. And alongside me today, a man small in stature but big on comment, Anthony Davidson. Hello. And let's talk momentum with this driver. What a sprint it was. They start at 0 once again for today, but with a huge amount of confidence, surely. Well, they'll definitely be glad that there's not a sprint race today. Let's face it, the sprint couldn't have gone much worse, but what we're looking for today is a reaction. So we come to Qatar this weekend, and what's the word I'm looking for when I think about the middle part of this track? Relentless.
The whole track's relentless. It's predominantly built to be a motorbike circuit. For an F1 car, that means a lot of G-force. It's hot here, it's humid this time of the year that we come to in Formula 1, and this puts pressure on the drivers. It also puts pressure on the car and the demands of the tyres. So it's a brutal circuit.
Radio check, please. Radio check. With some luck, we might just be able to work our way up the field, but we need a good start. Keep it clean, okay? now enabled. DRS enabled. Lando's ahead of you now, and the time last lap, 1 minute 37.8. Less than a second separates you. They're on fresh softs. Their tyres are just 1 lap old. We think they've got 1 more stop. We're increasing our gap on the car behind by around a second a lap. It's Hamilton ahead. Time last lap, 1:28.1. Okay, the gap is less than a second. They're on fresh softs. Their tyres are 2 laps old. We think they've got 1 more stop. All right, you're falling back by 1/10 a lap. Right, the gap to the teammate ahead of us, 4.9 seconds. Okay, go, go, go. Perfect job on the turn in there, mate. Looks like a nice stop time. We're happy with that one. You only have to stop once now, 1 stop left. This is our true place here. They've pitted as well, so we've got to warm up our tyres and get the most out of it. Come on. No tyre concerns at the moment, just focus on the driving. P19, you have P19 now. Okay, Bortoletto is ahead of you. And gap to the car in front, 1.4 seconds. They're on fresh mediums. That's Behrman behind you. Okay, they're on fresh hards. Your pit window will be open in 7 laps time. Okay, 17 laps to go now. Car behind you's just come in from the hard tyres. Car behind running hard tyres. Okay, Sonny's coming in for his stop now. So your ERS is running a bit low. Look into changing your ERS mode in the MFD for a more conservative burn rate, or you might want to try some lifting or gentle braking to recharge. Good job, nice overtake. Box, we're coming in this lap. Gap to your teammate behind, 9.8 seconds. Okay, remember to pit this lap. Okay, let's go now, come on. That was a fantastic stop, faster than we were expecting. Pit strategy complete. See these tyres through to the end now. P20, P20. Okay, Bortoletto just ahead. Let's push. Less than a second separates you. They're on fresh mediums. Okay, Hulkenberg's behind you now. Okay, they're on fresh hards. They seem to have an issue. Look after these tyres now. We want to finish the race on this compound. 9 laps to go. Blue flag. You have damage to the rear diffuser. Repeat, damage to the rear diffuser. Just be aware. Alright, we're last of the running cars right now. That's Gasly ahead. Okay, here's the gap that we're trailing the car ahead by. 19.1 seconds. Okay, they're on old hard tyres. Pit strategy complete. See these tyres through to the end now. Come on, just 3 laps to go. 3 laps. Blue flag, blue flag. We're not racing the car behind. Let them pass when you can. Right, let's go, come on. Perfect job from you and the crew there, mate. We're delighted with that. Watch out for the rear diffuser, it's taken a small hit, just be careful. Battery charge is high, let's use that overtake button a bit more.
Well, it's certainly been an incredible year for Formula One, and our drivers have all pushed themselves this season, making it one of the most compelling years of racing in history. There can only be one champion, however, and here they are now, our new Formula One World Drivers' Champion. Here's the checkered flag, here's our winner. By George, he's done it. Russell wins.
Well, it all came good in the end for them, but it wasn't an easy start. Not the most straightforward of days, but I think it shows great strength in an athlete as a driver when you can overcome a day like this and walk away still with a victory.
And once all the hard work is over, and after lap of brilliant racing, it's time now to celebrate with our podium trio. By George, he was good today. The top step awaits for George Russell. And with that, we wrap up another weekend of motorsport action. But with more races lined up, be sure to join us when we come back with more Formula One.
Have you got a moment? Need your input.
Hey, Chief. We've got multiple parts out of research. Don't forget to develop them. We've got performance sitting on the table that we could be getting into the car.